Okay, in this video, guys, I want to talk about how to make an offer for someone's phone and different ways that you're going to close the people and negotiate. So this is the basics. So pretty much what I've got right here is a quick reference offer making guide that I've given you with the course so that you'll know basically whatever phone is going to sell for, you'll kind of have an idea of what to offer them. Now, this is kind of more of an art than a science. It's not an exact amount, but there's kind of a range that you want to hit. I've tried to lay this out as easy as possible for you to be able to just kind of look at it and make an offer. It's much better if you can do it in your head and kind of get used to that. But, you know, after taking a lot of calls and things like that, you'll just get a knack for it and do it naturally. So I've done this to help give you a quick boost and jumpstart with negotiating. Okay, so let's say, for example, a phone is going to sell for $100. Now, I've already shown you how to do appraisals in the course, so if you haven't watched those videos, make sure you do that. So let's say someone calls you up and they have a phone to sell. Now, you appraise the phone and you've arrived at a value of $100. You're going to make them an offer between $35 to $45 for that phone. Okay, I found that if you go lower than, let's say, $35 on a $100 phone, like you do $20, you may close some people, but very few, and you're probably going to lose a lot more than you'll close because the offer is too low. Now, if you can get them for only $20, that's fantastic. But what will happen is when you offer someone too low of a price, sometimes they'll get so upset you won't have an opportunity to save the call. They'll just hang up and you'll lose it completely. I've tested this over the last 5 years, price negotiating and price points and things like that, and I found that this range, this percentage for a $100 item works best so that the customer is still satisfied, but we make a nice, decent profit as well. So like, for example, if we offer $35, I put over here what the profit is on it, which is $55. So at first, let's say someone has a $100 item, I'm going to offer them $35. Now, if the customer says no, I'm going to show you in the next couple videos here how to handle that type of stuff, the objections. But if they say no and I want to increase my offer, I'm willing to go as high as $45. Now, I don't really want to go over $45 on a $100 item because we need to have a cushion when we make an offer. See, there's things that could come up when we sell this phone that we don't know about. Who knows if, let's say, for example, there's going to be a problem with the phone we don't know about, that, you know, maybe it reboots randomly and we just discover this later on after buying it. Who knows what could have a problem with it. And if I don't leave myself a nice cushion when I'm buying of profit, then I'm going to leave too little room for error, and that's going to cost me money. It's going to be very frustrating if you ever get an eBay return or a problem with the phone you didn't know about and you didn't make enough money on that. Those are painful. So we want to leave a nice chunk. So I'm going to probably turn down a deal. For example, if it was a $100 phone, I'll probably turn it down if it's $50 because there's just not enough profit there for me. Now you might be thinking though, Dave, you know, I'm still going to make $20 on that. So we have to look at risk versus reward, how much you're going to spend and what you're going to get. So what are you risking? Because every time we buy a phone, it's a risk. We don't know. There's a chance that maybe that phone could get lost in shipping. Maybe there could be a problem we don't know about. Any problems could arise. So we're betting our money on it. Now, usually we win, but there's the occasional time where we are going to lose, and that's just this business, unfortunately. But if we're making a healthy profit on every phone, we don't really have to worry about that, okay? So, for example, if I'm laying out $200, let's say a phone is going to sell for $300, right? I'm offering $180 to $190 on that. I want to make at least $90 to $80 for my investment because I'm going to put out $180. I want to make at least 50% of my money profit on that. Now, if it sells for $300 on eBay, after eBay fees, we're netting about $270. So, you know, you could go up to $220 and make a $50 profit thinking, oh, well, I'll make you $50 on it. That's good. But it's not, because you're laying out $220 to only possibly make $50 on it. So if you're wrong with the pricing, if there's a problem you don't know about with the phone, that profit margin could shrink to nothing very quickly, and you don't want that. But if you're offering only $180 and the phone's worth $300, you've got a nice juicy profit there to play with. So even if, you know, it's a slower period on eBay or something, let's say the phone sells for $10 less than you thought, it sells for $290. Well, so now you're making only $80 instead of $90. Most of us can live with that, right? Especially if we're only paying $180 for the phone. That's worth it. So this will help you from overpaying. I've done this price guide up to $440. Once you get past that, you know, I may add to this price guide, or you just kind of figure out the percentage. You can kind of see, you know, like $400 phone, I'm offering about $250 to $280 on that. Okay. Now, how you close this deal is going to be up to you. People are going to either call you or they're going to text you. Now, I personally prefer doing all phone calls because that's me. I'm really good on the phone. And I found that phone calls work because you can get a personal connection with the person. For me, phone calls always have worked best. Now, I have students that do really, really well with just texting because they love texting. It's a different animal. I suggest being good at both if you can, learning how to text, because some people will only want to deal through text. Maybe they're a little shy or something like that. And you can close them through text, or maybe you work a full-time job and you can't do calls, so you have to text. That's fine too. We got some videos in the course. One of my students is going to show you how to make money through texting and closing that way. And I'm going to do videos showing you how to do it through phone calls, so you can choose whatever option that you'd like. I personally, if someone texts me, I'll dial and then I'll just call them right away if they text, because I want to get them on the phone. And if not, if they don't do that, then you could try closing the deal through text that way. But I found the phone calls always worked much better for me personally. Okay, so a couple other things is, remember, the key to flipping, or being a flipper at any business that you're flipping items, where we're buying low and selling high, is to never lose money. It's always better to walk away from a deal than lose. What we don't do is gamble. This is not a gambling business. So I don't go to casinos. I don't like gambling my money. So what that means is, let's say I don't know 100% what an item is going to sell for. Let's say it's like a computer with a cracked screen. It's a MacBook, and I can't find something to appraise it at. But I kind of have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's say it's like a MacBook that I think will sell for, with the cracked screen, maybe 150. In good condition, it's selling for like 250. So I'm kind of guessing it's at 150. I'm always going to go really, really low on those. I'm not going to offer the highest price I can, because I'd rather walk away from that deal and not take a chance at losing money than try to be super aggressive, and then I buy it. Next thing you know, it sells for lower than I want. Never risk my money. Every deal I want to win, no matter what. So sometimes people will buy a cracked phone thinking, oh, well, it's cracked, I can fix it up and sell it for more. You don't want to do that, because whether you fix it or not, you should buy it at a price that you don't have to fix it to make money. And if you do fix it, maybe it's a little bonus. I personally don't do that, but I'm only going to buy at a price I'm making a profit as is. Not whether I fix it up, not where I do anything else, not where I use it personally. Just if I was to buy it and flip it, that's the price that I'm buying. Okay. So remember, don't gamble with your money. Always make sure that you're going to make a healthy profit on every item, and you're not losing a deal by walking away, right? You're saving yourself potential disaster by walking away from an item. For example, if the phone is like rebooting and it's doing weird stuff, but your customer's like, oh yeah, no, it's just kind of that's just a weird thing it does. It's in good condition though, it's great. Well, that phone is worth less than half of what it would be in good condition. So don't let them bully you, because people will. They will try to bully you a little bit to get the most, telling you like, oh, that crack is not a big deal. If it's cracked, it's cracked. That's it. You got to make an offer based on a cracked price. If it's rebooting or it's doing something weird, you've got to make an offer based on that. If the phone starts rebooting or doing weird stuff, I'm going to buy that as no power, like it doesn't even turn on. So I'm offering a super low deal on that. Remember, don't gamble your money. Always make a sure bet. Okay, so in the next videos, I'm going to show you how to take those calls and how to negotiate as well.